my name is Teresita Blanco Diaz's sister, and today we're reading Saturnastra Chicot. This is chapter 14, part 1, The Dragon Armor. The months passed, and when the new year came, life gained some sort of normalcy. Leo had finally left us in peace, in part due to the necromance given by the remonstrance given by his strange brother Marduke. The moment Leo left, Marduke started making an appearance from time to time. He was supposed to be on guard duty in Veragerung, however he had found that job boring. He came to bother his older brother under the flimsy excuse of wanting his help. Every time I saw him, he made me feel really depressed. It wasn't just me who was affected by his gloomy disposition. I could tell he was approaching since Chicot's smile faded from his face. Whenever Marduke was around, Chicot would always send me away. And when the winter months passed, Marduke returned to Veragerung. Despite being gone, Chicot had not recovered his smile. I asked him, "What has you worried? Did that strange boy Marduke say anything bad?" "On the contrary, he was quite impressed with my progress," said Chicot, giving a sad smile and colic smile. He added, "Just 5 more years. But things are already in motion, and for now we should return to Little Sofia. We have to make do with what we have." The trip back to Little Sofia was far quicker than a trip to Aragon. It almost seemed as if Chicot was racing to get back there. One night when I was sleeping, I was awakened by strange sounds. Getting up, I saw Chicot heading towards the woods. I did my best to mask the sound of my footprints, but to no avail. Every tiny leaf and twig made a sound that could be heard from miles away. I was eventually captured by a man hiding in the darkness. He would have killed me, but Chicot raised his voice in the darkness and said, "Let him go, Lost. That kid is my accountant." The Lostman put me down and said in a gruff voice, "Curiosity killed the kitty cat." "I will keep your advice in mind," I said, bowing. Chicot finally came forth and said, "Go back to camp." "No," I said without much enthusiasm. "Fine, do whatever you want," said Chicot, frowning. I followed Chicot, who met in secret with 5 other men. They eyed me with suspicion, but they kept quiet. Suddenly, Chicot started speaking in a foreign tongue. He had his secret meeting, and I was still none the wiser about what he was planning. By the end of spring, our little group had arrived at Little Sofia. Instead of making the usual trinkets, Chicot focused all of our attention on smelting weapons. The others still were helping in mending chainmails and refining shields. The bodyguards were mostly out, and our vault had completely emptied out overnight. Even Chicot too was melting weapons. It was a wonder how skillful he was working the tool with just one hand. Then again, Anvis had redesigned Chicot's workstation to compensate for his missing limb. Now I was certain Chicot was probably part of the rebellion. He had been tasked to help supply the army by any means necessary. I voiced my concern with Kita, who said, "Yes, there is certainly a rebellion brewing. However, contrary to what you may think, Chicot is arming the Berserker Lords, not the rebels. There is nothing illegal about what we're doing." "Oh," I said with disappointment. "Don't look so surprised. The Lords are a sure bet. Most of the feudal rebels are after personal gain. They do not care about the armies they send to die, or the lives they ruin with their misbehavior," said Gita. "How can you be certain of all of this?" I insisted. "Chicot told me himself," said Gita, smiling. "How disappointing," I said sadly. The following week I spent at Gloomy, and I had imagined that Chicot was financing the rebels. Instead, he was helping our overlords. With the coming summer, there came with it a notoriously bad storm. Chicot had been boarding up his manor for days, and the mayor of Little Sofia had also been advised to board up. Even with the storm far away, the wind was unusually strong, and I could see that Chicot had plenty of reasons to worry about it. The storm brought with it torrents and wind, and we could not spend a single moment aside as a result of the downpour. Chicot assembled everyone in the basement and said, "For now there's no need to be alarmed. However, do avoid the windows just in case. The storm is said to last 2 more days." Raising her hand, Paola asked, "How do you know this?" "Glad is a good weatherman, so he keeps me posted." "Any other questions?" said Chicot. "Just one," said Alvis. "When do you guys plan to get out of my workshop?" "Now, let us be on our way so that Alvis can get back to work," said Chicot, returning. Just as he was going upstairs, one of the windows broke and a shard of glass struck Chicot's forehead. He was breathing profusely, but he did not seem too alarmed. Chicot ordered, "Someone board up this hole and reinforce these windows in this side of the house." We all scrambled to complete his command, and in the meantime, Gita guided Chicot to his room. I followed with wood, nails, and hammer. Gita cleaned the wound with a cloth soaked in water. Chicot pushed her aside and he said calmly, "Don't bother, the wound was not really that deep." He then went to a water basin and he cleaned his face. His forehead had already started bleeding. He put a bandage over it just to be safe. Not turning around, he said to me, "Aren't you going to reinforce my window?" "Yes," I said, getting started on the window. This was the first time I had ever been inside Chicot's bedroom. He always locked it to keep curious eyes like mine from looking inside. Under the lean light, I saw it. It was the most impressive looking armor I had ever seen. The chainmail seemed to be made of scales, and it was both compact and solid. The hard pieces were angled to deflect blows. Smiling proudly, Chicot said, "A prototype. I'm not certain about releasing it to the general public. I made it easily using my unique talents. However, it would be impossible to be mass-produced by regular people." "If normal people are a problem, just use magic to mass-produce the armor," I suggested. "It is not that simple," said Chicot, shaking his head. Sighing, he added, "I suppose there is no other choice. I will have to downgrade the armor in order to simplify the production process." Time, bro?
8 minutes.
"What's the armor made of?" I asked, reaching to touch the chainmail. It felt like snakeskin, though the scales were larger and had a smooth texture of metal. "It is made of," said Chicot, thinking, "copper, or what you people call orichalcum. It also has a compound of silver, nickel, and cobalt. The compound is more commonly known here as Miltree, and for the finishing touches I use my own personal favorite, olivine." Chicot's explanation of the components used for the armor was actually quite longer. However, this was just all I was able to remember of what he said. I am not an armorsmith, so the technical details of the making of the armor did not stick in my brain. I then asked Chicot, "Who can wear the armor?" "No one. I designed it for people with a stronger build and sleek figure." A crossbreed or maybe a demon might be able to sport the armor," said Chicot. "Why make an armor that only weirdos can wear?" I asked sadly. Chicot shrugged his shoulders in response, and after this brief conversation, we returned to the basement. When the storm died down a bit, Chicot felt reassured enough to allow us to walk about. From a small opening in the window, I saw that the river had tripled in size. The docks of Little Sophia's were sunken. Most of us were staring at the devastation out the window, and from time to time a large tide would raise to the surface a boat or parts of a house or a tree. Chicot exchanged a few hurried words with Alvis and Richard. Both did not seem too pleased with what he said. Chuckling, he said out loud, "I'm going out for a bit. Do you guys want me to bring anything back?" "Are you insane?" I said, taken aback. Other people who heard him also echoed my incredulity. After much causing and arguments, Chicot got dressed in a leather raincoat and went out. Just opening the door took the effort of 2 strong men. Chicot stayed close to the ground and used his cane for leverage. It was a miracle that he had not been flown away. We lost sight of him when he entered Little Sophia. Gita was obviously worried about him, and she was using a golden monocular to see what was going on. You know, like one of those things is far away. Gasping, she said, "He can't be serious." Going to her, I said, "I want to see." She handed me the monocular, and I surveyed the town. Close to the river edge, there was a gathering of people. Some had shot several rows across the river. She grabbed onto one of them dexterously, and he made his way towards a large jagged rock in the middle of the overflowing river. He returned from the riverside with a small bundle wrapped in his coat. When he was closing in on the manor, I heard the most bizarre hissing and squeals coming from within his coat. I asked him, "By the gods, are you insane? And what's in that bundle?" "Nothing, just a baby," said Chicot, keeping the bundle hidden. Like he felt like he went and rescued a baby from the river. A baby of something. "That's not a baby. At least it's not a human baby," commented my mother, frowning. "Let me see the little critter," said Alvis, coming closer. Chicot backed backwards until his back touched the wall. Frowning, he said, "No, you can't see it." By now, a huge crowd was gathering around Chicot. Their eyes were drawn to the blood-stained blanket that surrounded the tiny critter, which seemed huge in Chicot's arm. Rolling his eyes, Chicot opened his blanket for a second, and then he closed it again. Shaking his head, Sir Richard said, "You risked your life to save an iguana." That did did not look like an iguana to me, said Gita, looking at the blanket. They were like, so you visualize an iguana. Iguanas don't make such weird noises, added Alvis. Chicot went to the storage room and he came back with a baby stroller. He put the iguana, lizard, or whatever inside of it. Frankly, Anna had not gotten a good look at him, and so Richard had stood in front of me when Chicot had done his great reveal. Are we going to keep it? Asked Chicot, sitting down beside Chicot. Chicot shook his head and said, no. Once the storm dies out, I will take it to the forest. For now, no one is to touch it. The little guy is a snapper, and I do not want anyone losing a finger. But he needs a barber, or a magician, or a vet to heal him, said Paula. I don't know what it is. He's fine. He's just unfamiliar with this area. He will settle down as soon as you people step back and leave him alone, said Chicot, raising his voice. We all went about our business. Mother went to zoo to pass his time. Alvis returned to the liquor cabinet. Paola and Gita went to play chess. On the main side, Richard amused himself by playing the cello, badly, mind you. He had been trying to learn how to play it for the last 6 months, and progress was slow and painful for both himself and those around him. As for Chicot, he left towards the kitchen to look for raw meat for his pet, or child, or whatever it was. Time, bro?
3 minutes.
Since he had left his baby monster unattended, I went towards the stroller to have a better look. The thing inside of it was, for now, purring softly. Agus was sitting beside the stroller looking at him. He grinned as he saw me approach. He gave me the look whenever he guessed I was about to do something stupid. The thing showed his head outside the blanket and stared at me with crimson eyes. Indeed, he had the look of a lizard. His snout was elongated. He had horns on his head and an elegant golden mane. His scales glistened pale white, and then he was gone. And upon closer inspection, I noticed that his head had taken the color, and visuality had taken the texture of cloth. My presence was it had camouflage. My presence was making the little thing paranoid. The cloth blinked and revealing a single red eye. The creature there was checking to see if I was departing. And when he saw me that I was still there, he obtained a gorgeous emerald green color. He shifted a little underneath the cloth, and I was able to see a tiny little wing. With his tiny claw, he held up a small severed finger. Upon closer inspection, I recognized the cigarette ring Chicot always wore. His eyes opened and wide as I realized that Chicot was not joking about the finger, that the thing snapped off one of his fingers. The little lizard bastard had bitten off one of Chicot's fingers. The blood had come from Chicot and not from the little dragon. Time, bro?
1 minute 30 seconds.
We'll leave it at this. Bye bye, venga.